Hey guys, Anderson Kapuru over here, Word on the Go. Lessons from the Bible stories. Let's pick a lady now, Samaritan woman. Jesus is walking, she's from a very tough day doing mission work with the disciples, and he picks up a need to go through Samaria. And when they're going through Samaria, Jesus thinks through for a millisecond, the mission here is a bit serious. These boys are not ready for it, so I'm gonna send them to go get bread that I will not eat. So he sends them, and they go looking for bread. And now he goes and sits on the well that Jacob dug. And when he sat there, you see how much he loves you, because that he sat down and waited for you. And the Samaritan woman whistling or singing, she's coming from her promiscuous life, and she's coming now down to fetch some water. Of course, she's thirsty. She finds Jesus there, and you see the love of Jesus and how amazing that he is, because at that very moment Jesus had already a word of knowledge. He knew that this woman, he knew what she was doing, but that was not the subject that Jesus raised at first, because Jesus does not want you to know how much he knows. He wants you to know how much he loves you. That is more important than you knowing anything else. He wants you to know that he loves you. So this is what he does. He holds that information that he already has, and he begins a conversation at the level where the woman is. That again might boggles me, because I see how much he loves me, that he is willing to come down to my level and rise up with me. And so he goes there and he's like, give me a drink. And this woman begins to argue about the matter of drink, because she's fetching water. And Jesus is like, if you knew who it is, if you had a revelation of who it is that is talking to you, your life will never be the same. And the conversation changes from one level. Jesus is very patient. He has every time he has a conversation in a higher stair, the woman gets a revelation about who Jesus is. And this time he's not just a thirsty man, now he's a prophet. Then the conversation gets deeper. Now he's a worshiper. He's a Jew who is a worshiper. It's like then the story continues, and he starts talking about, are you greater than our father Abraham? Are you greater than Jacob? And the conversation goes deeper. And she is like, I think when Messiah comes, he's going to teach us all things and everything. And Jesus is like, I am he. The one who is talking to you, the time is now. You knew about the time, but you didn't know that it was now. You knew that I would come, but you didn't know that this is the very moment. And Jesus ignores the thousands of multitude he was speaking to just go and wait for that one. That one who was fornicating and committing adultery with at least 5 men. And that is a non-issue to Jesus, because he wants you to know that he loves you. And by the time this woman is done with having an encounter with Jesus, her life is so changed. She shifts within a minute to become an evangelist, to bring others to have the same experience that she has had. And what I'm emphasizing on, if you can have an experience with him, if you can engineer yourself, and whether you'll have to crawl into his presence, fight into his presence, push yourself into his presence, but you find yourself and you get an experience with God, with Jesus, your life will never be the same. Come on, like, follow, and share.